Just remind everyone to put their phones on silent, please, and we'll get started with questions.
Coming in off a win, must feel pretty good from Vegas.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, it's nice to get some tough matches under my belt. You know, try and get as many matches as possible, I guess, and try and get on a bit of a roll again. Yeah, it's always hard, I think, after having niggling injuries and trying to get back on the court again and get those tough matches under your belt. So, yeah, hopefully this is the start of something.
Physically, how are you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, it wasn't too draining week last week, at least. You know, and cooler conditions there as well. So, yeah, I felt like I came through the week pretty well.
After all the problems you've been through, do you have that thing of going on court and thinking, God, is it all going to go okay? Is it going to do something else to myself here? Or have you got that confidence back in your stamina?
Yeah, at the start of last week, I probably felt a little bit worried after I had the hamstring, and it probably wasn't quite 100% when I went on the court for my first couple of matches in Vegas, and that was sort of the back of my mind then. But you know, once I got through the round robin matches, I felt like, you know, I'd done enough to assure myself that you know, I was in as good a nick as I could be.
Lleyton, Mark and I both been on the golf beat here on the West Coast for the last few weeks, and of course the question inevitably is, can anybody beat Tiger Woods? And then now we're getting all these questions: Tiger Woods, who's better, Tiger Woods or Federer? And can anybody beat Federer? You were number one for a while, and is it just impossible? What's it like facing him? And what would you say in a comment between Tiger and Federer?
Yeah, at the moment he's the most dominant player by a fair way, and yeah, he's been able to show that over the last 3 or 4 years now, and it's not an easy thing to do whatsoever. Yeah, and on all surfaces as well. You know, even on clay, is clearly the second best player last year through a long stretch on clay, and yeah, he keeps taking the game to new levels, I think, which is, you know, it's great for tennis, but it makes it tough on all the other players to try and keep coming up. Yeah, and yeah, he is riding, you know, so much confidence as well, which, you know, he gets in tight situations, he's able to get out of them, whether the guy's serving for the first set or he's in a tie break and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what the best players do. Yeah, between him and Tigers.
Do other players on the tour talk about him at all when they get together, saying, "My God, who's this guy?" Or I know you guys are pretty individualistic, worried about your own game. But
yeah, no, not really. No, yeah, I think tennis is such an individual sport that, yeah, I think everyone's trying to work out their own way to improve their game, and yeah, you don't want to get too caught up either in you know, looking at ways to try and beat Roger, because 9 times out of 10 he's going to be there in the final, but you got to beat 5 or 6 other guys to get to him. So you still got to work on areas of your game that's still going to get it done against the lesser players to give yourself an opportunity of playing him.
What weaknesses do you see in the team at all? Like when you play him, what are you trying to attack?
Well, he doesn't have a lot. Otherwise, yeah, he'd lose more than 2 matches in a year. Yeah.
Well, what's your goal in base? What areas do you specifically?
I don't know if I'll be letting you know. Yeah, there's not many of them. Yeah, and yeah, the biggest thing I think playing against a guy like Roger, when you get those half opportunities, you got to take them. And it's the same as playing all those, you know, top 5, top 10 guys, because you're only going to get small opportunities, you know, small break points here or there. You know, when Roger's playing at his best, though, it's hard to take those, because if you get those break points, 9 times out of 10 he's going to make a first serve, and he's going to be the one, you know, putting you under pressure.
Like when you say that he's taking the game, he takes the game to new levels constantly, what do you mean by that?
Oh, you know, he just keeps improving, I think, the whole time. He very rarely, I don't think he plateaus for too long. You know, he keeps improving and you know, working on other areas of his game. You know, he's got a lot better on clay. Yeah, and he's given himself an opportunity to try and win the Grand Slam, you know, all in the same years.
Lleyton, last week in Vegas, congratulations on the win. Do you think you played your best match against Safin, or where did that match fit in? Was that pretty good for you, that win?
Yeah, it was good. It was good confidence. I had to move extremely well against Marat. I felt for the first set he was hitting the ball as well as I've seen him hit it in a long time. He was hitting the ball extremely hard and extremely clean, and the first set could have gone either way. I just felt like I took my opportunities when they came up, and then the second set I started moving the ball around a bit more, started putting a little bit more pressure on him, and it was definitely my best match for the week. But I needed to as well. He's a class player.
For someone who's dealing with a knee injury, same thing for him. Last year he got a surgery. There was a lot of controversy that he did the right thing. Did it feel like he's 100%, or is he slower than he used to be?
I think he moves exceptionally well. He still is. I think for a big guy, 6'4", 6'5", he moves great.
So you feel he's back 100% physically?
I think so. He looks to me as though he's moving as well as anyone out there. The power that he generates so easily as well is quite amazing.